Signalis is an excellent horror survival game inspired by Resident Evil and Silent Hill, plus also movies like Moon. It's a game that's going to extract emotion from you in the best possible way. Today I'm going to run through all the reasons why you should play it. When Signalis, you play as an android called Elster. You wake up in a rundown facility and quickly find out all the other androids have been killed, plus some of their corpses are reanimating and trying to attack you. It's a game about isolation with a pinch of Alice through the looking glass, occasionally crawling through holes in the ground to reveal new play spaces. This is survival horror with a pixel art look and feel from a semi-top-down view. It's your job to search for clues, meaning you've got to open drawers, read posters, gather scraps of paper and photographs to piece together the puzzles. You can pick up weapons, which are going to be useful in taking on the reanimated killer robots. So Signalis has a Sega Saturn or an original PlayStation vibe going on with its graphics. While it's not going to compete with the likes of Callisto Protocol in the graphics department, it certainly will compete when it comes to the horror and the tension. This isn't in your face or jump scare horror, although there are a few moments. It's a slow build, constant tension kind of horror, and I'm all here for it. The environment design is expertly done here, even behind the minimal pixel artwork. The use of lighting and shadows reinforce the horror, keeping you on your toes as you slowly walk from room to room. The surveillance cameras follow you as you walk into a room, making you wonder if they're automated or if someone is watching you. The environment is as much a character as the one you control, and I'll be honest, it doesn't like you and it doesn't want you there. So this is a real retro game, first achieved through the graphics but also by the equipment in the game. There's videotapes lying around the place, plus you've got the weapons looking like old school revolvers. Early on you get a radio that can be tuned to various frequencies to receive messages. It feels like a sci-fi movie that was crafted in the 70s or the 80s, similar to the future that Ridley Scott created with the original Alien movie. The audio is equally as good at reinforcing the sense of tension as the graphics, the clicking and the whirring of this broken down old facility. There's a score done by 1000 Eyes and Cicada Sirens, also classical music in here too, including Tchaikovsky, and a particularly terrifying version of Swan Lake. It fits the moment absolutely beautifully, as does all the music and the sound work in the game. Signalis is all about the slow build, the feeling of dread, the impending doom, the quick cuts and the flashes of memory. There's large parts of the game where you're going to be wandering around, gathering resources and clues, trying to find the solutions to puzzles. You're going to be trying to find a key for locked doors or a passcode for a keypad. That sense of fear never really leaves you, always being reinforced by the environment or the music. As with other survival horror games, you need to keep a close eye on ammunition. So don't be wasteful when it comes to your ammunition. It's a rare currency you won't want to waste, and it could mean the difference between life and death. Enemies seem to come back to life randomly. One minute you're going to be walking by with a seemingly dead robot at your feet. Next minute they're going to be up and coming at you. So be careful and be afraid. Signalis does a really good job of keeping you on your toes at all times, not only through the gameplay but with the cutscenes as well. You're going to be walking along, then all of a sudden a flashback will occur, and those dreamlike sequences tend to blend into real life. It's quite hard to tell the difference between what is real and what is a dream. There's also another layer to Signalis which keeps you searching for the truth, keeps you coming back for more, time and time again. It's almost like you're on an acid trip, trying to keep a grip on reality, but things are no longer in your control and you're just slipping away. Overall, Signalis is an excellent survival horror game. At first, it may seem simple, puzzles to solve, the leads to follow, but I'd recommend sticking with it until the end. This is about facing your fears and standing up for yourself in the face of terror. There's also a decent buzz about this game, for good reason. I definitely recommend you give it a try. Well, the game was developed by Rose Engine Games. It's published by Humble Bundle and Humble Games and Playism. It's available for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X. Also available on PC too. As mentioned before, I played it on Xbox Game Pass, so if you got that service, you can now go and play it. It was originally released on the 27th of October, 2022. Well, that is it for my review of Signalis. Really excellent game. Really enjoyed it and definitely recommend you give it a try. And as always, thank you so much for watching or listening. Hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. Or check me out on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Well, thanks again, and I'll see you soon.